Hey, buddy.
I'll slouch down a bit because you're kind of short. Maybe I'll get in frame that way.
Hey, did anybody ever do this when they were little? Bunnies?
Did anyone ever beat you up for doing that?
Don't you remember bunny ears when people would do that behind cameras and pictures?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so good morning, but it's not morning.
Good times.
We decided to do a cheat day Q&A.
Come on up, buddy.
And Hank has invited himself to the party.
Yeah, so we get definitely our most frequently asked questions are about our cheat day, and that's normal. So today, yeah, we wanted to clear up some of the most frequently asked questions and give our opinion on them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one of the ones that we get quite often is pretty much an unanswerable question, because the question is, I have this much amount of weight to lose, and it's always a different number. How do I do a cheat day, or can I do a cheat day? Well, there's too many variables and factors for us to be able to give you an answer for that.
We don't know anything about your life, and a lot of people will give us, well, I weigh this much and I have 50 pounds to lose.
Right.
We don't know your job. We don't know your activity level. We don't know your metabolism. We don't know
what you eat during the week.
We don't know the medications you're on. There's so many variables.
We don't know your work ethic. Like, if you just do 20 minutes of slow walking and you have 50 pounds to lose and you want to have a cheat day.
And you're taking in, 5,000 to 10,000 calories on a cheat day. Obviously, that's not going to work for you.
Yeah.
But for other people, can I incorporate a cheat day and they do marathon runs and they burn off, thousands of calories every single day?
We also don't know your metabolic rate either.
Yeah.
Some people have very fast metabolisms and can handle it. Other people can't. Kyle and I had to train our metabolism to be able to handle that.
We also don't know your goals. Are you wanting to be a bodybuilder? Are you wanting to be a swimmer? Are you wanting to do CrossFit? Are you wanting to just be able to tie your shoes? We have no idea. There's too many variables about we can't tell you what you should eat or not.
No, but the answer that we will give for that is trial and error. If you want to try a cheat day, we suggest starting out with a meal where you have a meal of what you would like with a dessert and maybe a snack. See how that works for you. If it doesn't work, go back to the drawing board. If it works and you want to try a full day, try a full day. Trial and error is the answer for that one.
Yeah.
It may or may not work for you.
And once again, we've said this in previous videos, when we started our weight loss journey, we did not have any cheat day. We didn't have a cheat meal. We had none of that to get the bulk of our weight off.
Yes, and actually that's a good segue into the next question, which is often like, I have 100 pounds or more to lose, or I am very overweight or obese, but I want a cheat day like you. And the answer is, if you have that much to lose, typically the answer would be no, you can't have a cheat day if you have that much to lose.
We had that much and more, and we couldn't.
We had to give ourselves small treats, portion treats, a couple of times a week, work our way up to a treat meal that was portioned, and then keep going to a meal that wasn't portioned, etc., etc. So chances are you're going to have to do that too if you have that much weight to lose.
And also in the beginning, we were just walking, very little walking because we couldn't move that much. So we couldn't take in that much. We couldn't take in that much, and our metabolic rate was very slow at that point.
Yes.
We weren't weight training like we are now.
And also the other factor on that is, if you are that much overweight, you generally, from our experience and in our opinion, you probably have also issues with emotional eating, and a cheat day might be really difficult for you to do, especially if you keep that food in the house for your cheat day like we do. it might be very hard for you to have to look at that food all the time and not eat it until one specific day. So you'll have to work up to it that way as well. And we did too.
Yeah.
In the beginning, we couldn't even keep a jar of peanut butter in the house without eating the whole thing in one sitting. So work up to it is the answer for that one. And another question, and we get this one, I think, almost the most, is wouldn't a cheat day ruin all of your progress that you made in the week?
And the answer to that is no.
No.
We wouldn't do it if it ruined our progress. It is the reason we have been able to stay on track and making progress and building muscle and losing body fat. Is we call it cheat day, and we'll say this again, like, we call it cheat day because that's what it's called.
That's what people know it as.
That's what people know it as. It's not a cheat. It is a very, very important part into our weekly diet.
It's the reason why we can eat the way we eat all week, work out the way we do, get muscle, build muscle, have results, feel good, are happy, and have worked our way to learn how to control our emotional eating and how to work through our emotional eating. And it's part of our lifestyle. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's okay. And we've done a video where we talk about the benefits of cheat day, and if you haven't seen that, maybe go watch that, where we go into like more detail about how it does benefit you, because we do get a lot of negative comments about cheat day.
Yes.
So
and maybe it might ruin someone else's progress, depending on how you handle your cheat day, or if you, go off of your normal meal plan during the week because you're, giving into cravings or having emotional eating issues or whatever. For us, we bust our butts all week, eat clean, meal prep. Eat clean for us. Most people will tell us we don't eat clean, but we refer to it as eating clean. And allow ourselves one day where we don't measure. So, often people will put us down for a cheat day, but they're not seeing the other 6 days where we are busting our butts.
Yeah, so the reason why we do a cheat day is because it works.
It works, and answer is no, it does not ruin our progress. It actually helps us sculpt these. So another question we often get is, do you gain weight and get bloated after cheat day? The answer is yes and yes. How much? We don't know. We don't weigh ourselves because we know that it's only because of the extra sugar and salt that our weight may be up on the scale, as well as our stomachs may be a bit bloaty.
But this ties into the last question. By the end of the week, when we do our weekly weigh-in,
we're everything has gone back. Sometimes we're down in weight and body fat. The last few weeks we've been losing body fat and going up in muscle. So how long does it take? Again, we don't weigh ourselves after cheat day. We only weigh ourselves the day of cheat day morning.
And we, as far as other people, like, it might bloat you more. You might gain weight and hold on to it more.
Right.
In our lifestyle and the way we have our schedule,
we don't hold on to the weight. We either go back to our weight that we were the previous week, or we go down in weight. And I would say bloating typically goes down after a couple of days, and probably your weight as well. And
we do 7 days a week fasted cardio. So that cheat day morning, we're doing fasted cardio. The next day, fasted cardio and weight training. And back to our normal way of eating. It depends. It depends how it's going to affect you.
Yes. And it all depends. All cheat day, we show you guys what we eat, but we don't show you guys what we're doing in between. We often will go to the mall or go, if it's really nice out, go for a walk. We walk for hours on that day.
Yeah.
We put in a lot of miles on cheat day. We do a lot of physical activity on that day.
And it's not really like, you'll hear some people say, oh, I ate this, so now I need to burn it off. We don't.
No, that's not that.
We don't look at it like that. We weight train because we love weight training.
Yes.
We walk because we love walking, and actually become part of our lifestyle now. So it doesn't feel like cardio or like exercise. That's what we do every day, and this is how we like to eat. So it works for us.
It's fun on cheat day to go out walking and look for cool treats that we don't experience during the week, you know, that kind of thing.
So if you guys are curious about trying cheat day, we would say go for it and try it. If you're brand new and you have a lot of weight to lose, we would probably
ease into it.
Recommend to ease into it, and we eased into it. Our easing was like months and months and like years easing into it. So
our first 2 years, I would say we didn't have a treat meal even.
Yeah.
It was not until the 3rd year. This is our 5th year in our journey. And this is our first complete year of cheat days. Yeah. Before that, we were doing meals only. So it's a process.
Listen to your body and trust your body. And don't get obsessed with like weighing yourself or like jumping on the scale and say, oh my God, I gained 8 pounds. And
and if you feel guilty about having a cheat day, you need to work through that guilt before you have the cheat day.
And that goes along with the emotional eating that we had to deal with before we were ready to have treats at all in the house or have them to eat. We had to work through that guilt, because if you're feeling guilty about what you're eating,
it will set you back.
It sets you on a toxic cycle that you don't want to be on.
Yes, and it may sabotage it may actually ruin your progress by sabotaging everything that you've worked so hard for.
Yeah.
You know, so those are the things you need to think about, and have a support on that day if you feel like you might start feeling guilty or whatever, and just work your way through it. Work your way up, work your way through it, and if it works, that's awesome, and if it doesn't, go back to the drawing board.
There's one more thing I want to add too. We're the type of people that when we have a cookie, we don't want to split a cookie and have half a cookie. Now, there are tons of people in this world that love the if it fits your macros plan.
And it works really good for them.
And it works for a lot of people. When we want to eat, we want to eat. So when we open up a pizza box, it's game over. We're crushing that whole pizza. If we open up a chip bag and we like them, it's probably we're finishing the bag.
Yeah, or maybe not. We eat until we're satisfied. We do not binge on that day.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. If we try on cheat day, if we try chips and we don't like them, we don't compulsively eat them. That's why we like going out and hunting for snacks and finding new things to try. And if it's good, we want to eat and we want to get our fill. Yeah, I didn't mean like in the binging way, you know, but if we find something good, we like to eat a good amount of it.
I just wanted to say that because we often get comments that it's just a full-out binge day for us.
Yeah, we carefully choose what we eat that day.
We carefully choose what we eat. We eat until we're satisfied. And the difference between, for anyone that is not sure, the difference between our cheat day and a binge is where you eat a very large amount of food in a very short amount of time to the point where you can get physically sick because you've eaten so much.
Yeah.
We spread ours out throughout the day, and generally when you're binging, you cannot control yourself until all of the food is gone.
That goes...
For us, we have bags of stuff in the freezer because we stop when we don't want it anymore and we save it. We have tons of bags of stuff sealed on our shelves because we didn't want them anymore. We ate till we were satisfied.
Whereas the difference between an addiction or a binge or a compulsion, the food or the alcohol or the drugs would be in control, and the food would tell you that you're eating everything.
Exactly, but on cheat day, we're in control of the food now. When we binged before, I would eat until everything was gone, whether I needed to or not. And generally, I would feel so sick that I felt like I needed to vomit because I ate so much. On cheat day, I don't feel like that. And the next day, I'm actually really hungry again, ready for my normal food.
And that's when you know it's something healthy versus like something that's toxic and not really good for your mind or your body.
And those are things for you to think about too. Like, can you stop yourself when you're full? Can you choose what you want on cheat day? can you
get
put
back,
the bag away and leave it on your shelf for a week?
Can you get back to your regular diet and exercise the next day? Or
yes.
Whatever.
Even with food in the house.
Yeah.
If you can do those things, then thumbs up for cheat day. Try it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully this answered some of your questions. If we didn't answer something, please feel free to leave a comment below and we'll do our best to answer it and get to it.
Yep.
Don't forget to check us out on Instagram. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Because you see this cute face? It may be cute.
They see it.
But if you don't like and subscribe, he's gonna eat you. Bye.
Bye, guys.